Welcome back, YouTube. It is Jay Fur, and today we're going to take a look at something that is very much hyped up, and that is Glorious Elements' new ice pad. It is their most popular and sought after pad out of the trio that was recently released. And going into this video, I want you to keep in mind that I have not owned an artisan pad of any sort, so I don't have any way to compare that experience to what I've experienced with the ice pad. And I know that breaks Boardsy's heart, but let's get into it. The Iceman is going to run you $34.99, and it is available currently through PCGamingRace.com. The size is looking at 431 millimeters by 381. That is smaller than a competitor like the Yin Yang. The actual thickness is measured at 4 millimeters on the box, but it definitely does not look like it, folks. The Esports is definitely 4 millimeters. This looks like a lot less, but I don't have calibers to confirm that. The edges are very nice and clean. The stitching does not overextend beyond the surface, so it keeps it nice and comfortable. And the underside, I did not have any issues with any sliding on a marble countertop or a wooden desk that I had. The actual surface itself has a nice reflective look to it in the light, and a nice little small logo is a little added touch. Pulling this up with my macro lens is actually pretty trippy looking, as it looks like a galaxy or something that we're just looking at from another world, as it does have these little beads of glass underneath a laminate surface. One thing I will say is that with this surface, it does leave prints very easily from your palms or fingers, so make sure you have a cleaning cloth with you, preferably a micro cloth. And if you have a game sleeve, definitely use that. That'll help mitigate any oil residue. One real quick thing, folks, where I'm at in Arizona, we don't have the humidity like, say, someone in New York, Florida, Michigan, Washington, etc. So I don't have a weather pattern that could potentially impact the quality of this mouse pad. Because of it being a hybrid pad, it's definitely going to be something that can be more temperamental than other types of surfaces. So that's important to note as you're watching this review. We're looking at a really fast pad here with enough friction that's going to give you great stopping power. The X and Y axis are uniform from my experience. I did not notice any differences, and it allows me to make proper micro adjustments without overshooting my target. Also, the laminated surface is cool to the touch, so it's really comfortable in my forearm. It didn't get itchy or hot in any way. After spending a lot of time with this ice pad, I will say that I do enjoy it, but I don't think that it's perfect, and the hype that's been really circulating around it might be a little bit too much, because while I do feel that this is a nice speed pad and it does have that control with it being somewhat plush, so you can kind of add in a little bit more of stoppage to the mouse itself, I will say that overusing it for the course of just a week, there is a soft or smoother spot where I'm normally playing, as opposed to any of an area that is normally not in use. So even just moving the mouse with my hand, or even just simply using my hand, I can feel and hear the acoustics kind of change, because this is much more of that new feeling all along its edges. But then when I get to the area where I'm using it the most, it's a lot smoother and it's not as loud. So the feet are definitely picking up on the surface change as well. And that's kind of concerning, because then if only a week we're noticing a change on the hybrid surface, what's to say it's even going to be worthwhile to keep for a month or 2 months, so on and so forth. So and that's just someone that isn't really making crazy flick shots, right? Like you saw that brief gameplay where I'm just moving my wrist slightly, and that's not a lot of movement, and it's already worn in on the center. It does not have a muddied feel to it like I've seen online from folks. That has not affected me, and that might be because being in Arizona again, the atmosphere is just not making an impact on the pad, like say one that does have a lot of humidity or that is significantly colder than where I'm at right now. All right, folks, so those are my impressions on the new ice mat by Glorious. Now, I do feel that I'm kind of sitting on the fence with this. I can't tell if I really want to recommend it or not, because my overall experience with the pad was not negative, but I will say that there is some concerning points to have with it, and that really being the focus of the center already wearing in prematurely. It did not negatively impact me as I was gaming, but who's to say that's not going to happen in a month, 2 months, so on and so forth. We don't know the overall longevity of this pad given the type of surface that it is, and so if you're going to invest in a pad, you definitely want to have it last longer than say a month or so. So until next time, I'm Jafer. If you like the video, please throw a like, and of course subscribe to the channel if you do enjoy the content. Until next time, you guys stay safe and take care.